welcome back to my channel. And I know Valentine's Day is over, however, my monthly theme is not, and I'm still here to talk about love. So last year I did an episode, wait, let me pull it up because I have no good memory here. It was Crazy Things That I've Done to Impress a Guy, Part 1. So now I decided, let me show you Part 2 and tell you. And if you guys don't know me, well, here's a little bit about me. Sometimes I get really boy crazy and kind of desperate. And, a lot of these stories come from when I was younger and pre-puberty when no one wanted to talk to me. But sometimes these things still happen to me, no matter how many pounds of makeup I put on and how many times that I offer my body. Okay, I'm just going to jump right into this. And sorry if the quality is a little bit fuzzy. Usually I have some natural daylight mixed in, but it's dark out. I was busy doing work today. I tanned. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see that? I'm glowing. I'm glowing white. Okay, so this is going to be part 2. I hope it's as good as part 1, but it's really hard to live up to expectations. I kind of have that problem. Anyway. Okay, so this first one is about is from my lifeguarding days. So I started lifeguarding the summer before my senior year of high school. And, you would think by then from hearing my other stories that by now I had finally learned to talk to boys. No, that's not the case. I had, sometimes boys were my partner in school projects, and I fell in love with every single one of them, and none of them wanted to date me, but they're lost, I was really cool back then. I told good jokes. So that happened. I have guy friends now who were at the time guy acquaintances. So the fact that they're my guy friends now, I think that's really saying that I was stepping up my game by that time. However, I did not really have any guy friends, and I hadn't had my first kiss, but I had my first date, so woo, go Lesley. So moving on, so this was, where was I at? Okay, I was lifeguarding. So what was so great about lifeguarding is I was surrounded by so many beautiful, shirtless, muscular, sometimes a little scrawny, but I'll take what I can get, boys. And they all talked to me. They were talking to me. They liked talking to me. And I think some of them were flirting with me. And I felt super hot. And they had no idea who I was because 1, they didn't go to my school. And 2, we didn't have enough mutual friends for them to discover who I really was. I could be anybody I wanted to be. So I was funny and cool. But in order to do so, sometimes I kept really quiet because I know in real life I wasn't that cool. But they bought it, and it was just great. So they were having this competition, and the guys were talking about belly flopping off of this high diving board. This diving board, it's not hugely high, but it's 5 feet. So the fact that I'm 5'2", that's really tall for someone. For someone who's also afraid of heights, it's really tall for someone. So this boy, I'm just gonna give him a name. I don't know if I should give you his real name. I don't care. Okay, so his name was Dylan, and he was the cutest lifeguard ever. And I always felt like he kind of could have liked me. I don't think he was really the dating type, but I was a year above him, and I felt like I'm the older woman. So, of course, he might like me a little bit. I don't know. A girl can dream, okay? I thought he liked me, but he was the most popular guy in his school and amongst a lot of other schools. So I really wanted to impress him. And he was talking about someone belly flopping off of this high dive board. Do you know where the story is going? Because I feel like it's pretty obvious with my desperation that I was the person who volunteered to belly flop off of this diving board. So I get up there, and I've never had so much confidence in my life. I'm so proud of myself. I went on that diving board. I did not think twice, and I think it's because I knew I was going to psych myself out, and I just put my hands out, and I literally just timbered like a tree, like Kesha timbering down on a man, going down. I I don't know. I was like an angel. I just did it. And it was flew through the air. And you could hear this cup sound because I smacked so perfectly with the water with my face and my stomach. And Dylan was like, oh, damn. And I was like, I'm so cool. Did that turn you on? And then afterward, he was like, yeah, like, that's so cool. Damn, oh. And I was like, okay, yeah. I was the one. Then he just kind of walked away, and that was kind of the end of it. I didn't really have any bragging rights after that. Nobody really seemed to care. And then eventually he didn't care, which I don't know why, but I could have gotten really badly hurt. I don't know how I did it. Someone was looking out for me, but it was pretty cool. Okay, the next thing is I remember this, it was a weekend, and I think this guy, I don't know if he was getting off from work, but he wanted to hang out, and it wasn't like, let's go to your room, or let's go to my room, or let's Netflix and chill. Like, I think we were gonna walk around campus or something, which I really liked that. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to look good because there's gonna be a lot of, silence and him seeing me, and there's some lamps that I'm gonna have to walk under with really bright light. So he's gonna see what I look like. So my roommates had this whole plan. There's nothing to why I reached back here. I just want to play with this fake pedals. So my roommate had this plan that I needed to be straight out of the movies. I mean, she was a film major, so maybe that made sense. So she picks out this black dress that I had in my closet. And this black dress was something that wasn't lingerie whatsoever, but she was trying to make it into lingerie. In fact, it kind of reminded me of a homecoming dress. Anyway, so she put me in this dress. And I go downstairs because he's coming into the lobby. So I'm taking the elevator to come out, and he's there. And I'm like, hello, And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've never done this before. But, this is going to be straight out of the movies because I always believe that love is straight out of the movies. So I'm pretty much like, hey, I'm ready for our walk. And I don't know who dresses up for a walk to begin with, but me, because, this is straight out of the movies. He, gives me a look down, and I'm thinking, oh, he's so down. He's so into me, Then he looks me dead in the face, and he goes, you're going back upstairs and changing. The humiliation was so real. I was so embarrassed because I didn't really talk to this guy this much, and he was so cool on campus. So I went upstairs and I changed. And that was really embarrassing. Okay, so this next story is, to start off with, I want to say that I was 18. Okay, I just got to clarify this. I was 18. Well, I had my first boyfriend, and for those of you who haven't seen my video, he was abstinent, and I don't really like that. So I was thinking, there must be a way to break this abstinence, which I don't know why. I wasn't ready to move further. I didn't like him enough to move further. But I think I got wrapped up in the fact of trying to be get in line with what all the other cool kids were doing. So I wanted to feel like I had done something. So I remember I took these racy photos and I sent it to him. And that didn't really get me far in my conquest. However, they did stay on my phone. And so I got an iPhone for Christmas. And my mom was so nice. She's like, well, I'll take this to the Sprint store and I'll have all that data rolled over onto your new phone and I'll give that back to you. I'm like, okay. So my mom goes to the store and she hands him the two phones and has them sync it. And the Sprint guy goes, wow, there's a lot of photos on here. My mom's like, oh, it's going to take a while, isn't it? It's my daughter's phone. He's like, yeah, I think you want to see all these photos on here. And my mom's like, okay, so my mom kind of walks around to the computer and she sees all the racy photos. Dear Sprint guy, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you. So then I got a lecture when I got home, and I remember I told my mom, I didn't send that to my boyfriend. I sent that to my girlfriends, And she did not believe me. However, there was truth to it, because before you send a photo out to a man when you're insecure at that age, you send it to your girlfriends first and they give you the A-okay. So I wasn't really lying. But I would suggest, if there's any girls watching my video, don't do it. I really regret it a lot. Especially, I think when you get older and you get in more serious relationships, then you have the emotional stability and the experience to choose if you want to do that. Just always remember it's permanent. But when you're in high school, people are immature. People are petty. The boyfriend you're dating is probably not going to be the love of your life. And what if he's petty? What if he's a jerk? You don't know. Trust me, high school boys, you just don't know. So don't do it. Really don't do it. Anyway, so that was really embarrassing. Let me see what my next one is, because I made a list. Okay. Oh my gosh. So I remember one time I was at In-N-Out with Heather. Heather is my childhood friend. I don't know how many videos I really have with her on my YouTube currently, but there's videos of her. So if you've caught up with me in general, you've seen her before. We were at In-N-Out, and I remember we thought this boy was so cute. He was with his dad. Because let me remind you, we were probably in 8th grade at the time when this happened. Well, we decided, we had seen this in the movies. You would think that I would realize that the movies just does not really work for me. I need to realize that life is not a movie, but I'm not going to. So we're like, oh my God, let's buy him a milkshake and have it delivered to his table, which that's what the guy's supposed to do to the girl, but we just didn't care. So I don't know. I probably was the one who ended up paying for it. I'm not for sure. I don't think we split it. I'm pretty sure I paid for it. So this In-N-Out employee hands them, it's like, here's a shake, it's complimentary of those 2 girls over there. And he looks over at us, and he's with his dad. I can't think of anything more humiliating than being hit on in front of your parent, especially when you're so self-conscious in middle school. So he looks over at us, and Heather and I are like, hi. Because granted, she was better at talking to boys, but she was still a dork. That's why we were friends, okay? So, we're like, hi. We don't even know what we're doing. So, he says thanks. But then before he leaves, his dad stands by the door, and I'm pretty sure he made his son come over to really give us a thank you in person. Because, I don't know, I think he was really just wanting to walk out. But how awkward. So his dad's watching us interact. And he's like, he was like sipping on the milkshake. He's like, thank you for this milkshake. And Heather and I are like, we think you're hot! It was so bad. And then we didn't get his number, didn't add him on MySpace or Facebook, and he left. And that was the end that I ever saw of the In-N-Out boy. Wonder if Heather has seen the In-N-Out boy. I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure she would have updated me. So I wasted probably about 99 cents on that boy, and I got nothing out of it. Now I know how guys feel. Okay, and then the last thing to wrap it up is I want to end on a good note. So there's one thing that I did to impress a guy that was a success. So, when I say success, that there's like an asterisk there. But, okay, so, wow, I don't even have a good note to end on. Okay, so I was returning to school after if you guys seen my worst breakup video, I'll put the link in the description, because this all happened in senior year. But I had not been in school for a really long time. I was freshly single because I had broken up with my abstinent boyfriend. And so I knew that the Sadie's dance was coming up. And I'm one of those people who, go big or go home, straight out of the movies. So I decided how I was going to ask my guy to Sadie's was I was going to dress like Britney Spears from the music video Hit Me Baby One More Time. And I'm talking, pink puffs, got the little plaid skirt looking like a schoolgirl. And I was going to go to the school and do the whole hit me baby one more time, and the whole give me a sign there was a sign that said yes and a sign that said no, asking him to Sadie's. And how this is a success is that he said yes, but to go any further, we were always just friends. So I didn't have a crush on him. He didn't really have a crush on me. So I guess when it comes to love, that was kind of, but I got a yes, and it was in public, so it could have been really embarrassing if I got a no. So all was good there. And if you guys want to see the video, I'll also leave that in the description down below. I recommend it because I am really proud about my dance and how the Sadie's asking went. And you'll see that a lot of my classmates joined me because they're just really good friends. Even people who I wasn't really close to, they were definitely really supportive of me because we were a family, our class. And they definitely wanted to be there for me because they knew I was coming back to school after everything that happened. So, okay. Well, that concludes that video. I think I'm going to go to Fuzzy's and just stuff my face. And then I'm going to go get Froyo and I'm going to stuff my face. So I'll talk to you guys later. If you like this video, click the like button. Leave a comment of anything you want. And then subscribe, because I would like that, because I'm only a few subscribers away from 600. Bye, guys.
Just because I have your picture in my locker doesn't make me some kind of